Hey, hi everyone. Hello. How's everyone doing today? I thought I would bring up my own version of my UFO story. Happened at Nopah Wilderness Range. Uh, I was interviewed on Ufo Chronicles Podcast the latter part of 2021. I want to say it had to be either November or December. I do apologize, but which month it is. But it was uploaded on March of 2022. And UFO Chronicles Podcast is actually a very well-known podcast. It's based out of the UK, and Nick is the host, and I was interviewed on there. I was really sick during that time. I think you guys can hear it in my voice. But I really want to thank Nick. Appreciate him. I was going through a rough time with my health, and it brought me joy to bring my UFO story. And so, Nopah Wilderness Range. Wow, I think back on being in that area. It's so desolate, guys. It's still an area that there is not a lot of homes, mainly mobile homes. It gets really, really hot during the summer. A lot of people go out that way on Old Spanish Highway. I think it's called a different highway now. It will take you to Death Valley, and it is bordering Nevada and California. A lot of people will go to this area. It is on the way to the hot springs. There are several well-known little inns, little hotels before you get to Death Valley, and people soak in the hot springs. Now, since it's used to be not a place where a lot of people knew of, but now because of the internet, it is well known. Delight's Hot Springs, well known. But when I went, there wasn't even any telephones out there. There was a payphone out there. It's just crazy when I think about that. And there was no cell phone use. It was just desolate. And my coworker is the one who took me out there. We had worked a very long shift at a hotel casino spa by Diamond, 5-star, back in 2005. And so to think that to this day, that I had this experience, and I've had another experience too, seeing an orb that I still can't explain. And I want to say that happened like a year ago or 2 years ago, not that long ago. So always look up, guys. Always look up and have your camera or phone. Yeah, so that's really like what, 19 years ago. Wow, 2005. So, thank you, Nick. This is my version, and this is taken off of Google, guys. There's still not a lot going on out there. It's not some planned housing development. It's still desolate. Here is Old Spanish Highway cutting through these mobile homes, and it's just really nothing. So they have not expanded the highway, and it, like, if you can see that, it's a lot of volcanic, it's a lot of black rock out there, and still to this day, not a lot going on. So this is the road. This is Old Spanish Highway. And if you look to the right, you can see these mountains in the far distance. So this is on the way back to Las Vegas. So I want to say that back, and I can't remember the exact month and day, I don't know why. I should have had a journal. I should have jotted it down, but my life was busy and I didn't think much of it. That coming back from Delight's Hot Springs, had such a great time. It was wonderful. Delight's Hot Springs now, you can Google it, is so much more. Oh my goodness, they have really done so much to that little inn. They even have a restaurant there. They got a swimming pool there. Before all of that, it was really just a full some private pools, and you could soak in the natural hot springs. And this is on the California side. It's like a 90-minute drive from the Strip, going west. And it didn't take us that long to get there. We had worked a 12-hour shift, and we were really, really just wanting to get out there and soak, and we did. So we must have left there around 10:30 at night, and there is no lights, guys. It's just pitch black dark. The only wonderful thing that you will be seeing is the Milky Way, and if there is a moon, the moon, and but there was no moon on that night. So coming out of Delight's Hot Springs, 2-lane highway, right? And we had passed this elderly couple. My friend, coworker, was not driving like 100 miles an hour. We were in her Jeep. And we passed this couple. We actually passed them. And then she slowed down and she looked at me and she's like, we got to go back and help these people, because just picture this at night, guys. Here is an elderly couple, a broken down truck, the hood is up, and there is no one. There is no cell phone use. And this was back in 2005. I had a flip phone, which was kind of like, it was either a BlackBerry or a flip phone, and I had a flip phone. There was no cell service. And to this day, there's no cell service until you get closer now to these little motels that have some kind of little bit of internet Wi-Fi service, because everybody now knows about Tecopa Hot Springs. Before, back in 2005, not really. So we turned around, we picked up this couple. We were going to pick up the couple, but the elderly wife of the husband talked to her husband. He's like, why don't you go with these two women? I will stay here by the truck. Because the elderly woman, her daughter, lived probably around where we saw in my slide, the mobile homes. And so she wanted to be drop off there. So that was like once you leave Delight's Hot Springs, that's like almost a 45-minute drive out, going toward Las Vegas to where her daughter lives. I don't know if the daughter's still out there. I can't even remember where we dropped her off, because it's been, like I said, 19 years ago. Next slide. So now these are my drawings. We got a picture. This is pitch black dark. Stars are out. I'm on the passenger side. My coworker, friend, lovely friend, rest in peace. She died of cancer. I want to say, I don't know, maybe back in 2016, 2017. And here is my drawing. I think I did a better drawing of the Jeep than I did of humans in the Jeep. She was driving. I'm on the passenger side, and the elderly lady is behind me. Now I'm looking out to my right. I'm enjoying this because I'm not driving, and I have a chance to look at the view. And there, you could get some radio stations, but I think my girlfriend at that time probably had a cassette tape of some kind. Yeah, cassette tape. Can you imagine? Or we might have been listening to the radio. I don't know. So pitch black dark. There were stars. And here comes this, what I thought, I don't know. I didn't know the difference between meteor and asteroid at that time. But anyway, a meteor. And usually when you see them, it's so quick, right? Within a second, once you take a breath, they dissipate, they're gone. And we're heading to drop this woman off, and this is coming fiery down toward us. That darn thing, this is the second, that, whatever that was right next to us. And it was glowing. It was glowing, guys. It was going pink inside, but it was spewing out pink and blue streaks. And they were coming down sparkling like it was like I want to say like if somebody's like if your muffler or something is scraping the street and you see these sparks. So that's what you see. I don't know how to illustrate or draw sparks, but I remember saying, what the hell is that? The lady in the back, she's like, OMG, what the hell is that? What is that? Now, to this day, I want to say the windows were up. Carol was driving her normal speed. She didn't even stop. And so this, whatever it was going the same direction as we were on the side of us. And it was ginormous. And I could hear it. That's what's so bizarre to me to this day, is that I could hear it. And what do I mean by that? It's almost like when you turn on a gas barbecue for the first time and it made that noise. It was so wild because music is going. My coworker girlfriend is still not stopping the car. She's driving like, well, yeah, that's kind of strange. And didn't stop. Look how big that, we were like an ant. I want to say we were an ant compared to this thing. And I want to say that it came down to check us out and probably felt like, I want to say, I said this on another podcast that I thought it was an organic anomaly because I felt that wasn't threatening to, we weren't threatening to it. It wasn't threatening to us. We were just in awe. And I want to say it came down to say hello. And I still, even though there's these sparks coming out like it's man-made, it was not man-made. It was not man-made. This was as large as the MGM Hotel Casino. That's how ginormous it was. And we were just an ant. And so it sped up in front of us. And then this thing took off. It didn't even hurt us, right? It sped up. It sped up so quickly in a second or whatever, and did that left angle. I mean, it was just crazy. It went in front of us. It didn't hurt us, and went in between Area 51 and Mount Charleston. It's crazy, huh?